Hello everyone. In this video we'll see what a neural network is. A neural network is a method in artificial intelligence that teaches the computer to process the data. This neural network uses interconnected nodes or neurons in a layered structure that resembles the human brain. So now we'll see how this neural network works. Human brain is the basic inspiration behind the neural network architecture. Human brain cells are called as neurons. So they form a complex, highly interconnected network made of artificial neurons. They work together to solve a complex problem. A basic neural network has interconnected artificial neurons in 3 layers, and these layers are: the first one is the input layer, followed to the hidden layer, and then the output layer. So in the first input layer, information from the outside data enters the artificial neural network from this input layer. Input node processes the data, analyzes and categorizes the data, and then passes on to the next layer. The next layer is the hidden layer. This layer takes the input from the previous input layer or from the other hidden layers. Artificial neural network can have large number of hidden layers. Each hidden layer analyzes the output from the previous layer, processes it, and then passes to the next layer, that is the output layer. This output layer gives the final result of all data processing that is done by the artificial neural network. It can have a single node or a multiple nodes. For in the binary classification problem, the output layer has only one output node. The result could be either a false or a true one. For a multiple classification problem, the output layer has more than one output node. Let's see an example. So in the example, we'll have a picture that contains a cat image, dog image, table, and a water bottle. For a binary classification problem, to classify only the cats, then we'll have only one output node, and this node will tell whether the picture has cats or not. In a multiple classification problem, we'll have the statement to classify dogs, cats, water bottle, table, etc. So in this case, we'll have more than one output node. So for dog we'll have one node, for cat we'll have another node, for table we'll have the third node, and the fourth node for the water bottle. So this is what the output layer consists of. So in the deep learning architecture, it has several hidden layers because the processing has to be very deep. So this consists of millions of artificial neurons. They are linked together. So in this artificial neural network, neurons in the deep learning model are capable of having synapses. So this synapses connect more than one neuron in the preceding layer. Each synapse has an associated weight. So weight are the important topics in neural network because the models adjust weight is the primary way through which a deep learning model is trained. So speaking about the weight, so this weight represents the connection between one node and the another node. If the weight is a positive number, then one node gets excited the another node, and negative if one node suppresses the another one. So a neuron receives input from the neurons in the preceding layer of the model. It multiplies or convolutes its corresponding weight and then adds up to the each signal. So in this figure we'll have the input x1, x2, x3 till xn. So w1 is the corresponding weight of the input x1, w2 is the corresponding weight of the input x2, w3 is the corresponding weight of the input x3, etc. till wn, which is the corresponding weight of the input xn. So in this, the weight is multiplied or convoluted with the input. So in the first neuron, x1 is multiplied with w1, and this is summated with the next input. So x2 into w2 summated with the next input x3 into w3, so till xn into wn, and that is given in the transfer function summation j is equal to 1 to the last neuron n. So x is convoluted or multiplied with the weight w. So xj into wj. So here in this figure it represents x1 into w1 plus x2 into w2 plus x3 into w3 till xn into wn. So this is then passed to the activation function. So it results the output signal only when an input exceeds a specific threshold value, and this is similar to the case of a biological neuron. So in the biological neuron, it transmits the signal only when the total input signal meets the firing threshold. There are many types of activation functions like a simple identity function, sigmoidal function, and we call ReLU in the deep learning, that is rectified linear unit, and hyperbolic tangent functions. So there are many activation functions. So thus the activation function calculates the output value of a neuron. This is then passed to the next layer of the neural network through the interconnection called as synapse. So these synapses act as a junctions between one neuron to the another neuron through which the signal is transmitted. So this is a simple neural network, and we have many types of standard neural networks like perceptron, feed-forward neural networks, residual networks, and this is called as ResNet. And there are deep learning neural networks like recurrent neural networks called as RNN, LSTM, long short term memory neural networks, convolution neural networks CNN. So here are few examples of convolution neural networks like AlexNet, VGG, GoogleNet, etc. And also we have GANs, that is called as generative adversarial neural networks, and there are transformer neural networks also. So in short, this neural network architecture consists of inputs, weights, transfer function, activation function, and output. Thank you.